Okay, Mingyang, you can start your presentation for me, please.
Earth is our only home. Well, you might know that the Earth is dying, and we found out about it too late. We also make it worse and worse every single day. So we can't take action quickly, or we will have nowhere to go if the Earth is dead. We found out about a pollution too late, and the Earth is already dying. And not only that, most people didn't have the heart to take care of Earth. And after a few decades, instead of some billion years later, the Earth might die. How our charity helps. There are many volunteers around the world trying to save Earth in time. There aren't too much, but it also helps the Earth a lot. They're busy, hardworking, and also don't many get earnings, so they are mostly poor. But they're happy to help to change the world. So our charity is used to support the volunteers. Support volunteers by donating to our charity. Earth is our only home. They will be most decent and get to spend time helping the Earth more and more. And after that, we might get the Earth saved in time. Well, we will use about 75% of our charity to support the volunteers. Here, some the 10% are for the 10% of they are for supporting the donations to the other charity cases that saves the Earth. And the last are to support the owner of the charity, because why not? So to contact by phone number, yes, this is a real phone number, 0822-767-9580. By Facebook, the social media doesn't exist for real, but Earth is our only home. Twitter is Lovely Earth. By Instagram, Save Earth Now. By email, savetheearth@support.love. Thank you for listening.
Does anyone have any questions for Mingyang?
Yes. Anyone have questions?
Okay, I do have a question. You've gone. I actually have several questions. The first one is that you're saying the Earth is dying, and it says like we found out about it too late. I'm a bit confused as to what you mean by the Earth is dying. How do you mean that? What does this mean?
I mean, first of all, because of the pollution, the Earth is literally having less and fewer resources, and the ocean is just vanishing because of all of the oil and trash we are throwing out. And even the animals are getting extinct because their home is destroyed completely. The Earth is getting a global warming and getting the Antarctica and the North Pole ices and snow, those starting to just fade away.
Okay, so you're talking about the effects of climate change and the greenhouse effect and that kind of thing. You're talking about how the effects of climate change are affecting the planet. Great. How is your charity says that you're going to help fight that? I have one question. How?
We will support the volunteers who are willing to help to clean up the Earth so it could be alive back again. Back alive.
Okay, so do you help support volunteers? But what kind of actions are those volunteers taking?
Volunteers.
Go on.
Volunteers that do actions like cleaning up beaches, just helping animals from the whole extinction plan of those pollution. Okay. Growing trees and more.
Okay, so you're talking about reforestation. You're talking about those kind of effects.
Yes.
You're talking about general cleanup after natural disasters or after man-made disasters like oil spills and things like that.
Yes.
I can see that a couple other people have got some questions. I've just got a few more. There's one key aspect that you're missing from this presentation, and that's about your fundraising. How are you going to generate the money in order to do this?
If we get 100,000. Wait a second, let me do the math.
Okay.
I mean, $100,000.
Why don't you use salad?
Hold on, Tanya.
I know salad. I use a salad to get this during nitro because I'm broke. 100,000, 75.
Okay, don't worry too much about the math now. I feel like this could have been a really good presentation because it's about a topic that is very, very close to my heart. It's a lot to do with environmentalism. Yeah, so it's about combating the effects of climate change and stopping the effects of global warming and greenhouse gases and reducing the amount of pollution emissions. This is such a big topic, and there is so much that you could have done with this, Minh. And I've got to be honest, I'm a bit disappointed. And I don't know whether this is just because you've had your midterms recently or whether it's because you guys are tired or that kind of thing. And I am prepared to kind of give you a bit of leeway in that regard. But this is not included half of what I needed. You didn't really define your calls all that much. You've told me a little bit about your goals, but you didn't tell me who you're raising money for or why. You mentioned about the volunteers. That's great, but I don't know who the volunteers are. You didn't set a fundraising goal until I asked you, and you said 100,000. You said, let me do the math. This is something that you need to do before the presentation was formed. You've not told me what forms of donations you take, and you've not found a venue in regards to what charity event you would have. Yeah. You've also not told me how you're going to use the money. Yeah. You've mentioned it a little bit, but you've not really gone into all that much detail. You've covered other aspects of detail, but unfortunately it's a bit clear that you've not really looked into it all that much. That you've kind of knocked out this presentation and you've gone, that's okay, that will do. And I'm disappointed for two reasons. One, because I really like the topic. I think the topic that you chose is very, very good. But two, is that you're a very, very bright girl. And I think you could have done a fantastic job with this. I really do. And it's fallen short of my expectations, to be completely honest with you, Minh. So I'm actually half thinking that you probably need to do this again, because I don't think that this was anywhere near where this needed to be. It's a shame because I think that you were on the right track, but then it's kind of like you've put in a couple of pictures and it's not really formulated a presentation of what I would like to see. At least with Kwok, he hit the points. You haven't seemed to have done that. So we're going to talk about you potentially doing this again, Minh. I don't think this is good enough. I'm sorry. Okay, thanks, Minh.